Sasha Banks not coming back to WWE. Goldberg believes 45-year-old WWE superstar can dethrone Roman Reigns. Ronda Rousey wants Bray Wyatt to return in a cult. WWE superstar Sami Zayn should team up with against the Bloodline. Let's jump right in. Goldberg believes 45-year-old WWE superstar can dethrone Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns hasn't been pinned in almost 3 years, but WWE Hall of Famer Goldberg believes there is one man who could do it. Goldberg recently joined the bump and explained that if Lesnar was given the chance to go against Reigns one-on-one, then he would be able to defeat him. I think Brock most definitely has the opportunity to beat Roman Reigns when he comes back. I think there are a number of people on the card right now on both shows that have the potential to beat him, but everything has got to fall into place. He's very dominant. We've seen that over the past year. It's going to take a special person to come out and dethrone him. Having already faced Reigns as the tribal chief, Goldberg is aware of the threat that he possesses and noted that whoever does defeat him has to be smart. Gotta be the right time, the right place, and has to be one-on-one. That's tough because nowadays with the Usos, he's got a Buick and bodyguard system working out pretty well for him. WWE SummerSlam tagline made it clear that it would be the final match between Brock Lesnar and Reigns. Lesnar even brought a tractor to the ring and lifted the structure, but the numbers game was too much for the Beast to overcome. Whilst Goldberg believes that there are several stars in the company, including Brock Lesnar, who could overcome Reigns, he stated that WWE will have to find a creative way to put the two men back in the ring together. Reigns is currently scheduled to defend his undisputed WWE Universal Championship against Logan Paul next month at Crown Jewel. However, there are still rumors that he will face The Rock at WrestleMania 39. Do you think Brock Lesnar will be able to defeat Roman Reigns? Have your say in the comments section below. Sasha Banks not coming back to WWE. Sasha Banks recently changed her Twitter handle from her WWE ring name to her real name, Mercedes Varnado. The former Raw Women's Champion hasn't been seen on TV since she and her tag team partner Naomi walked out of Raw in May. Sasha Banks and Naomi were both suspended by WWE after dismissing themselves before their scheduled match in the main event of Raw. They were set to compete in a six-pack challenge to determine Bianca Belair's opponent for Hell in a Cell. It was reported several weeks ago that Boss and Glow had agreed to return to WWE under the Triple H regime, although they haven't made any appearances for the company in any capacity since their walkout. After wrestling fans noticed that Sasha Banks had changed her Twitter handle, many of them reacted to it by posting a series of tweets. The Boss is undeniably one of the biggest female superstars in the history of the company. She's a former Women's Raw, SmackDown, NXT and Tag Team Champion. She has also main evented WrestleMania. While speaking to Ariel Helwani of BT Sport, Triple H commented on whether fans will see Sasha Banks on WWE programming once again. Time will tell. Yeah, time will tell. Yeah, I think in a lot of ways communication breakdowns are terrible, and there's a communication breakdown there for whatever reason. Starting back up bad communication, it's not a difficult process, but it can be a process, right? And you have to go through the process, he said. A number of release stars have returned to WWE since the game took over, and it's still possible that Sasha and Naomi could come back as well sometime in the future. As of this writing, they're both still on the active roster page on the company's official website. Do you think Sasha Banks' days in WWE are over? Sound off in the comments below. Ronda Rousey wants Bray Wyatt to return in a cult. The rumors of Bray Wyatt's WWE return are picking up steam, which has led to speculation among some members of the company's roster. With teases of a White Rabbit coming to WWE through a series of cleverly placed QR codes and the song White Rabbit by Jefferson Airplane being played during commercial breaks of Raw and SmackDown, speculation is at an all-time high that Wyatt is on his way back to the company. On Ronda Rousey's latest gaming stream, the baddest woman on the planet speculated about Wyatt's possible WWE return. Ronda Rousey was hopeful that if he did come back, his brother Bo Dallas would also return as part of his faction. "Oh God, if Bray Wyatt came back, I would die," Ronda Rousey exclaimed. "You know what I would love? If Bray Wyatt and Bo Dallas came back and Bo was part of his cult. Hug, I just want to see them together. Why not?" If the White Rabbit teases are indeed for Bray Wyatt, the ultimate question that remains is when will he make his return to WWE programming? Based on last week's clue during WWE Raw, fans were convinced that he would return on September 23rd at 9:23 p.m. EST. Not only did Wyatt not appear, SmackDown was actually on a commercial break at the time. The next logical guess is WWE's upcoming premium live event, Extreme Rules, on October 8th in Philadelphia. 3 of the match graphics for the Extreme Rules premium live event feature Wyatt's iconic lantern and fireflies in them. What do you make of Ronda Rousey's comments? Would you like to see Bo Dallas return alongside Wyatt? Let us know your thoughts by sounding off in the comments section below. WWE superstar Sami Zayn should team up with against the Bloodline. Sami Zayn is one of the most entertaining superstars in WWE and professional wrestling. He has an abundance of charisma and can talk better than almost anybody in the industry. Zayn is also incredibly talented in the ring. Over the past few months, he's taken on the role of the honorary youth for the Bloodline. While the gimmick is played for laughs, fans are gradually getting behind the Canadian superstar. Even as a villain, he's just too likable to despise for very long. Of course, many fans believe Sami Zayn is being used by Roman Reigns, Paul Heyman, the Usos, and Solo Sikoa. Others are under the belief that he's the one manipulating them. Regardless, the prevailing theory is that he won't remain with the Bloodline for the long term. Whether Sami remains part of the stable or not, there are several wrestlers he could logically team up with to challenge for tag team gold. Some are even family to the current unified tag team champions, the Usos. Here are 4 WWE superstars who could team up with Sami Zayn. Number 4. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens need tag team gold in WWE. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn have a lot of history together. If you've only followed their time together on the main roster, you've likely seen a lot of drama unfold. That doesn't even include their time together on NXT, where they battled over the brand's championship. Yet their time together dates back far further than that. Under the names Kevin Steen and El Generico, the two teamed up and battled all over the independent scene, most notably for Ring of Honor. Even before that, the two wrestled as far back as 2003 when Sami wrestled as Stevie McFly. While the two have had an on and off relationship for nearly 2 decades, they are yet to capture tag team gold together in WWE. If Sami Zayn is kicked out of the Bloodline, he could potentially reunite with his former best friend. Number 3. Solo Sikoa and Sami Zayn seem to be getting along well already. Solo Sikoa, the younger brother of Jimmy and Jey Uso and Reigns' cousin, hasn't been a part of the main roster for very long, but he immediately made a splash. He debuted at WWE Clash at the Castle by helping Roman Reigns defeat Drew McIntyre in Wales. Since his surprise main roster debut, Sikoa has officially been added to the Bloodline faction in the WWE SmackDown. He captured the NXT North American Championship, had a competitive main event match with Drew McIntyre, and defeated Madcap Moss on the Blue brand. Most interestingly, however, is that he has seemingly formed a bond with Sami Zayn. Just as Sami Zayn and Jimmy Uso get along, the same could be said for him and Sikoa. They're even set to team up against Ricochet and Moss on this week's WWE SmackDown. If the pairing goes well, they may go on to team up more regularly. Could he and Sami challenge his own brothers for tag team gold? Number 2. Drew McIntyre could team up with Sami if he's kicked out of the Bloodline. Drew McIntyre and Sami Zayn are far from strangers to one another. In the past year, the two talented superstars have had half a dozen singles matches on WWE SmackDown against each other. This includes a cage match and a lumberjack bout. Of all the matches, the Scottish Warrior has won every single one. Despite the constant losses, Sami ultimately came back to take another beating. As annoying as it may be, his persistence is admirable. If the time comes when Sami Zayn is excommunicated from the Bloodline, he can reach out to McIntyre for support. While Drew might not like the mischievous Sami, he despises the Bloodline. The former WWE champion would likely jump at the chance to fight Roman Reigns and his family again, even if it meant teaming up with Zayn. Number 1. He could team up with his tribal chief. Roman Reigns is typically reserved unless provoked. He'll let his Weissman, Paul Heyman, do his talking for him. Meanwhile, Sami Zayn doesn't ever shut up. Their conflicting personalities should, in theory, keep them apart. If the two were to interact somehow, it'd likely be confrontational due to how dramatically different they appear to be. Yet, for whatever reason, magic happens the pair are on television together. Whether they have segments backstage or in the ring, fans are hooked when the two stars share TV time. There are many intriguing reasons for Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn to team up in WWE, but the most compelling reason is Jey Uso. The tribal chief's right-hand man cannot stand Sami, which makes Roman favoring him even more enjoyable. While Roman is likely just using Sami for now, the two teaming up to challenge the Usos for tag team gold could make for highly compelling television. Whether the honorary use remains part of the Bloodline or not, there are many superstars he could team with to chase tag team gold. His storyline with the Bloodline is one of the most intriguing plots in professional wrestling today. How will it end? For now, all fans can do is wait and see.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head.